So, what's on the list of topics to talk about today?
Crash, great.
Well, better sit tight, folks. We have a lot to talk about on this one. Firstly, we should introduce those who are unaware to, well, internets and discuss what a fandom is. So, what is a fandom? Well, in simple terms, they are people who will take any type of source material and turn it into... Okay, that was a cheap shot. But a fandom is a collection of people who will admire the same source material, so much so that they create communities around these certain things and create all types of media, be it music, video, or fan art. A lot of their work is actually very impressive. People who are able to take something as plotless as, say, Mario, and to turn those characters and ideas into full-fledged works of art that can sometimes even impress more than the source material at hand. Some even raise money for a lot of charities and do a lot of wonderful and awesome things. So, you may be saying to yourself, well, Mr. Critical, if all fandoms are fine and dandy, what's so wrong with them? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Now, there isn't anything inherently wrong with fandoms, usually, but every fandom has those kind of people. You know the ones I'm talking about, those who will not shut up about them, who 24/7 bring up the subject of whatever they're in a fandom about, those who sleep in their cosplay clothing because they want to feel like they're that character constantly. They're lost in their own reality and usually stay in that reality. Those who would cry for fucking hours because they lost a game of League, or those who would sexualize murderous animatronic characters from a horror game. Again, you might be saying, but Mr. Critical, I'm sure they're not that bad. Those kind of people have to be very far in between and can have any seriously lasting effect on the progression or reputation of fandoms. Well, person, let me tell you how it is. Well, almost anyone from any fandom would tell you that it's true these people aren't as common as you might think, or even have that much influence within their fandoms respectively, but to the extent of how far some of these people will take their passion will very much affect those who are outside of the fandom, or even those who are uncertain or looking to join the fandom. These type of people could easily weird out or frighten new people, and give a bad reputation to the fandom as a whole to the outside world. And sometimes these people ruin the fandom for even members of the same fandom. This could potentially over time outweigh the impressive achievements of a fandom and drag it down entirely. It's a scary thought for those who consider themselves normal or average fans, who would one day witness something so out of nowhere and so disgusting that they would lose interest entirely of what they were a fan of to begin with. Now, obviously, not everybody listens or cares about those kind of people, and they will stay strong in their interests, which is great as it will help resolve a lot of problems and keep most fandoms under control. But what happens to those fandoms who are already out of control, or those who are on their way to being out of control? There are different types of fandoms, and I don't mean by subject such as League's fandoms versus Star Trek's fandom, who are both fans based around two different things. I mean fandoms that still have integrity, and those who are so far gone that nobody even gives a shit about them anymore. For example, the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom has been shamed so much and is hated so much at this point that it'd be a detriment to you socially to be a part of it. Every conceivable thing has been figured out that the game is no longer scary or original, has been picked apart so much that it holds no meaning. The vein of material has run dry that the newly created material is laughably repetitive and low quality. While something like, and I know you may disagree with this, the furry fandom has integrity. There are still very original and impressive works of art and media. They have been raising money for charities year-round and even offer public entertainment in non-profit organizations. Despite the negativity that it usually obtains, because back when it was still a developing and fledgling fandom, it had no direction or boundaries. It would just attract people who would only negatively affect it, rather than positively affect it such as today. And yes, while there still may be very disturbing and weird things happening, as with most fandoms, the good outweighs the bad. As for an example of a fandom that is losing control at a rapid pace, is the Undertale fandom. At first, similar to Five Nights at Freddy's, it was an amusing game. People usually thought highly of it and even had some interesting characters and ideas. but people got so attached to the game that they would never shut up about it. People with common sense quickly got burnt out from the game, constantly hearing that the game deserved more praise than already got, or people who theorize and criticize the relationships and secrets of the game slowly started to oversaturate the internet. While it isn't quite at the point of Five Nights at Freddy's yet, give it a few more months. It'll be there. Yeah, it'll be there. No doubt. Oh, look at that. What? Okay, moving on. And for any example I just gave you, if you're saying to yourself, what the fuck are you saying, Critical? That fandom is cancer, or that fandom is MLG, Meme Lord, 420 blazing, or whatever you edgy kids be saying these days. Are you finding that conclusion based upon experience, or are you basing it around the negative opinions of others? Even though it may look terrible from one side of the mirror, you never know if there's something greater if you dig deeper. On that note, I want to hear what fandoms you may be a part of. What are the good and bad sides of it? Also, give me more suggestions of what I should cover in my next video. Go on, I'll sit here while you pause the video and type. Go on then, come on, it's not that hard, just scroll down a bit, click that text bar thingy, and type what you think. Oh yeah, by the way, since you're down there, see that red bar that says subscribe? Don't worry about that. Just click it. It's a neat internet hack that it turns your screen blue and then does a barrel roll. Yeah, it's pretty funny, don't you think? Oh yeah, there's the like button down there. That looks pretty cool. Doesn't really do much, but hey, what's the harm in pressing it? Anywho, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So yeah, just keep doing that, and yeah, bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.